Hey YouTube, coming at you with my Fossil Cup team of Gastrodon Double Steel, so Berserker and Shadow Scizor. So I think Berserker is very, very safe in this meta. I ran it with Foul Play Close Combat. Again, nothing more than I just had that on my Pokemon and I'm running low on TMs. The recommended moveset is Close Combat and Trailblaze. And I think Trailblaze actually does make sense. One, because it's only one more move to get to on the first and second, and it does slightly more damage than Foul Play, and it boosts your attack, and there's a lot of water in this meta. So I think that actually Trailblaze does make sense on Berserker there. And Scizor's the recommended moveset is Fury Cutter, and that it really depends how you want to play this Pokemon. So I played it as a more hard-hitting Bullet Punch user because it was the Shadow version, but it does recommend using Fury Cutter to spam. Fury Cutter is more of like a fast charging move. It does decent damage, but still more fast charging move than a harder hitting move. But I decided to use it with the Bullet Punch just as the harder hitting move. You can do either or. Let's take a look at some battles. You're double weak to fire in the back. So you're double weak to fire in the back, so I try to draw out fire when I can. Gastrodon is got more bulk on this team. Out came a Dugong. And this is way too like slow reactions here. I'm like, okay, I know this thing has Drill Run, which would hit super effectively against Steel. So then by the time I hesitate, I'm like, oh, is it too late now? So let's just take a move and I'll bank that energy. Now I'll get into this. And this is where I kind of enjoyed the spamminess of Foul Play. Just being able to spam at 10s here really gives you the opportunity to put like some pressure on your opponents here. You are somewhat glassy. I can take one Hydro here. I'm at like 85% health, and you can take one Hydro, but not much more than one Hydro. You're going to see this one land. I'm not going to double shield this, but taken to the very deep red, a couple HP from being taken out. Berserker a little on the glassy side, Shadow Scizor a little on the glassy side, so Gastrodon has some bulk, but again, the main point is for Berserker to you act as the safe swap. You have the close combat. You could potentially grab shields, maybe switch if you really want it. They end up making a catch on a Credilli. So do take me out very quickly with the Bullet Seed. Unfortunately for them, I do have the Bullet Punch, which is super effective on the Steel. I can take one move. It is a Rock Tomb, and that does hit neutral because I am half bug. But what I like about Bullet Punch is that, you know what? It does way more damage than Fury Cutter, and you're still getting to Night Slashes in 10. And that is all you need with the Bullet Punch damage. I know Bullet Punch is also resisted by Steel and Ice. I'm sorry, Steel and Water. That's another reason why Fury Cutter is the recommended moveset, because Bullet Punch will be resisted by Water Pokemon and will be resisted by Steel Pokemon, and that is two of the three typings in this meta. Poliwrath. This is where, you know, I'm struggling, right? Because Poliwrath would hit super effective against just a Steel Berserker. It's neutral here, but Bullet Punch is resisted. Night Slash is resisted, but unfortunately for them, I do get the double. Oh, is this when I go back to back? I got the double attack buff there on the first one, and the double attack buff there on the second one. So in every other scenario, I'm like, don't shield Scizor in this scenario, but I was like, I can't not. I'm 4 times boosted, even though there's not much I did there. Come back in, Gastrodon, Earth Power, super effective on the Steel here. Not enough to take it out. They do get to move. That's fine. At this point, we will go Berserker for the win here. So getting a couple claws off. They have Fortress in the back. So just going to go Foul Play. Yeah. I didn't know if Close Combat would one-shot because it's non-stab. Berserkers got like... It's glassier, but it's not like a glass cannon in any sense. Yeah, it's only 100. Yeah, its stats are actually kind of on the bad end. 128 attack, but 114 defense and 117 stamina. So that's why you can't take a lot of moves. But you're not like a nuke. You're not like a glass cannon. So it's in a weird one where it's like close combat, non-stab on a bulky non-shadow fortress may cause me some problems there. So I'm not going to throw the close combat. Just better to go the double Foul Play. Glycopod, and again, it's okay that I'm spamming at 10s here, but they spam at 10s too with the Shadow Claw, and they had a little bit of energy advantage, and these moves are adding up, and Berserker's glassy. So I'm going to lose this matchup, even if I take it. Doesn't matter what shield scenario I take it to. They could just shield and take me out on the next one here, which is exactly what they do, committing the double shield as well to ensure they keep switch. So I assume I'll just come Scizor and just go Night Slash at the 10 here. Yeah, just going for CMP win here. Scizor very attack heavy. And they catch, and holy smokes, what is the odds of these double attack boosts? Because I just grabbed a third one in a couple matches here. 12.5% chance. So 12.5% chance 3 times in a row. Make the catch just to kind of add a little bit of insult here. See what's in the back. Fairthorn. Well, you know what? They could just farm me down and come out with a move to win this matchup. So I'm probably going to lose this matchup. So I don't even, like, it was a good catch, but in the ending, I don't think it's going to matter because getting a Mud Boy on a grass Pokemon is never a snare you want to get into, and then having a glassy Pokemon take a charge move is also not what you want to happen. Gastrodon into Scizor. So again, we'll see if it's Fury Cutter or Bullet Punch. This will affect how good this matchup is. It is Fury Cutter, so they are neutral Fury Cutters and very spammy on the charge moves. I'm catching up Berserker. Again, more just like Berserker, kind of sacrificing it. I caught a Trailblaze, so that is not bad. So I'm only going to get to one move here. Close combat on the Poliwrath here. It does land, but as you can see, non-stab close combat on a Pokemon that's not a glass cannon is not amazing. I may shield this up and just come out with a ton of energy. Am I going to 2 shields? Okay, yeah, I'm going to shield this up. Complete farm down. Am I going to throw some charge moves here or just... Yeah, just going to go straight Earth Power. Even though my attack is lowered. They do shield 1. And in the back is a Gastrodon. So I'm just going straight Trailblaze. This is where Fairy Cutter would be a little faster to these Trailblazes. So now it's close. My attack rose, obviously, because I threw a Trailblaze. I don't think I can get to a second one. Oh, I'm going to try. And I'm not going to get to a second one. What am I doing? I knew I wasn't going to outpace this thing to Body Slam. To the Trailblaze from the Body Slam. So I'm going to have to throw this Earth Power to take this out. And then I imagine they outspam me on the... They're going to get to a move here. Yeah, that was a pretty poor play by me there. Okay, Dugong. Gonna play in this matchup a bit. I'm almost hoping that they throw right away, and then I'll get into... Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm farming up a bit. I'll probably instant save swap to Berserker immediately after they throw here. I did try, but the game did not allow me to. Could have a drill run. Berserker I often just kind of sacrifice to a certain extent. So draw run lands. They come with a Azumarill. Not a ton of Azumarils in this meta, despite it actually having some play. So do get off one close combat. Obviously resisted, non-stab. Not going to do much. Got to try and chip this a bunch with Earth Power. Or grab a shield. That's not bad. I'll probably sacrifice this and just try and go 2 shields. Scizor. And I may actually just commit to the farm down and just shield. Yeah, I'm not surprised that I'm doing this. I want to just come out with a ton of energy to put some shield pressure on my opponents here. And Probopass comes in. So we are going to throw the Trailblaze. It is neutral. They are half rock. Which also means Bullet Punch is neutral. So boosting my attack with the Trailblaze. Here comes the Night Slash. Do take them out. No boost on that one. Dugong comes in. I'm at a Night Slash. This will grab the shield or take out. They do let it go. Oh my goodness, I got it again. And now with the boosted attack there, 3 times boosted, 1 on Trailblaze, 2+ on Night Slash. I just take that out. Holy smokes. Okay. Instant swapping into instant swapping into Berserker. And here's where timing and the close combat combo comes in. Able to get off 1 close combat there. Yeah, I forgot my defense was 3 times large, but I was at the move. But I got it at the 4, and the incinerate registers on the 4 to take you out. So even though I have the move, I could not get it off. Just gonna come in, eat this all on Gastrodon. Pulled out the fire that Scizor does not want to see. Instant swap. They come in with Berserker of their own. So we'll just start throwing some Night Slashes here to chip. Maybe take this out. Well, actually, yeah, you're not going to take it out here. I assume I just shield and try to commit to the resisted Bullet Punch down to come out with a couple Night Slashes for... Yeah, and look at that. Resisted Bullet Punch. That is how hard this move hits. And now I'm at 2 Night Slashes. Obviously, I'm going to boost despite the 12.5%. No, I'm kidding. I don't think I boosted here. But not needed when you're hitting super effective on a Jellicent. This will take out, so they have to shield, and then we'll snipe with the Earth Power to take them out here for the win. Poliwrath. There's a lot of Poliwraths, as you saw on my team. Still unclear when I'm going to post this. Either it's going to be this. You saw it on the team this morning or yesterday morning. A lot of Poliwraths. I think Poliwrath has a lot of play in this meta. It's got the bulk. There's a decent amount of steals to hit super effective with your counter. There's a decent enough water Pokemon to just resist the moves. That was weird. Okay, my game just... I don't remember my game lagging out in-game. I think that may have just been my computer there for a second. Just throwing the Night Slash resisted. Yeah. Night Slash is resisted. You're going to commit the shield here. It is a Registeel in the back. So... Night Slashes will chip, but obviously not anywhere enough to take out a Registeel. Very bulky Pokemon. Get to another move, though. No, okay. That's okay. Them dumping energy is not the worst case scenario here. It would have been nice to get that Night Slash off because maybe then it's just Mud Slap range, but now it is not. I'm going to have to shield and commit to the farm down here. And they have their own Scizor in the back. So we are going to throw the Earth Power. This will likely grab a shield because that is very glassy. And they are running Iron Head, which is resisted. And they make a close combat catch on a Poliwrath for the win. Nice catch. Now we're going to come out with 2 moves for what's left here. As you can see how glassy it is, I could have just won foul play because the claws are adding up. But nice catch. Night Slash takes me out here. Night Slash takes me out here. I do have a Body Slam too, but I would have lost CMP anyway, so it does not matter too much. So nice catch for the win. They are Gastrodon mirror match. You know, this is where it gets weird. You always want to try and draw out a fire. There's not a ton of fire. There's Make Her Go. That's basically one of the only fires. But ground would hit super effective against Berserker and neutral against Scizor. You'd probably actually have a good matchup with Scizor. Although Bullet Punch is resisted, it probably would have been better with Fury Cutter. So I just stayed in, land the Earth Power. They don't shield, so I will just go down to shield and take that. And they have their own Scizor, so I'm going to instant swap into my Berserker. Trying to keep the Gastrodon alive in case there is something in the back here that's going to cause me problems. So this will likely grab a shield. They can get to the next move before I get to the next move, so likely to stay in this matchup and throw here. I assume I just let it go and come my own Scizor. Yeah, and resisted Bullet Punches are adding up so much here. And I didn't want to, with a 0 attack, try a CMP there, so I thought it would just be better to commit to the farm down. The resisted Bullet Punch farm down to come out with 2 moves, and it's a Toxapex in the back. So just throwing Toxapex again, so bulky, but Just going to come in here, start slapping, just going body slam. They're going to be scared enough with the mud slaps adding up that they're probably going to shield this. And I just want to chip here to ensure that it is within Night Slash range on my scizor here. So they're going to need to dump some energy here, or else I'm going to get to the move. They have 1 HP left, maybe 2 with maybe a couple HP. Because I remember going 1 and throwing here, knowing that their scizor is like 1 bullet punch away from being taken out. So out you go. Ferrothorn. You're going to see Ferrothorn on my next team, Lucario. Oof. Really rough. Ferrothorn on a Gastrodon. Lucario on a Berserker. This is all sorts of bad. I do grab 1 shield, which is nice, but this thing's going to have multiple moves coming out. Gastrodon can slap to... not when you get denied. Not having that slap go through is very annoying. Oh, it's just a power punch. Interesting. So they're not even running... what are you running? Thunder Punch? Power Punch, Thunder Punch, maybe? So, do grab a shield, and what's in the back? A Poliwrath. So, I'm baiting here, because I'm like, they'll just try and sweep with Ferrothorn. Never bait. Never bait. So, do bait, and then they lower my attack. So, bad combo there. That Night Slash does not take out. This seems like an absolute throw. Yeah, what a terrible throw there. So as you can see with this Gastrodon Scizor matchup, Air Grenade, okay, a little more unique. So I'll just go in my Berserker where I can claw and foul play neutral here. They will have Water Pulse, which will hurt. As you can see by the meta here, very, very, very limited meta. You got your fighters, Lucario, Poliwrath. You got your Gastrodons. You got your Ferrothorns. You got your Steels and Berserker Scizor. You got some bugs. But there is not a lot outside of the main meta. Oh, Jellicent. There's a ton of Jellicent. I'll probably use that on my next team. A couple Togedemaru. But yeah, then even like when you're getting to like the 12 to 20 range, I've seen like 1 or 2 Fortress, 1 Lantern, maybe 1 Quagsire, 0 Tauros, 1 or 2 Steelix, a couple Ludicolo with Razor Leaf, and then obviously a ton of Golisopod. But yeah, it is a very, very, very small meta. I haven't seen any, really no for alligators. 26 Lapras, 27 for alligator, 29 Tinkaton. I really haven't seen any of these Pokemon. It is a very condensed 15 Pokemon meta, and that is what happens when you have a 3-typing meta, and that is what happens when you have a 3-typing meta where 1-typing is absolutely useless. Rock has no play in this meta, so it is just straight Steel and Water typings. So this is essentially a 2-typing meta, and you're seeing every bit of that when it comes to the Pokemon that you will go against. So I don't love these types of limited cups. On the other end, I had, if it's not out now, it'll be out tomorrow morning. Yeah, I gotta post this. Okay, I'm gonna post this in the afternoon. So this morning you will have seen the Lucario lineup. Tomorrow you'll see the Belly Bolt. Maybe tomorrow afternoon I'll do like another Great League tomorrow morning, since I did play with Ferrothorn. So I'll do that Ferrothorn team tomorrow morning, and then I'll do the Belly Bolt tomorrow afternoon. But there is a significant difference in the amount of usable Pokemon and the amount of fun I'm having between Fossil Cup and Ultra League. I think Ultra League is a way better meta. I think the Ultra League has way more versatility. I think it has more fun Pokemon to use as opposed to this limited meta. But these Fossil Cup teams will get twice as many views as the Ultra League teams. And unfortunately, that's just the way this GBL works. Ultra League and Master League are too high cost. And I even asked a lot of the comments, what are you playing this week? Ultra League or Fossil Cup? And the amount of comments I had that said, I want to play Ultra League, but I don't have the resources, was way higher than it should be. So this is unfortunately the situation we are in with GBL. And you know what? If I remember correctly, it's worse next week. I think we have a Master League and an Ultra League the next week, which I can just see people not playing. Yeah, we have a Master League Open and a Summer Cup Ultra League. So it's not only just an open Ultra League, it is a limited Ultra League where there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. Oh, 6 typings. Okay, 6 is not terrible. Normal, fire, water, grass, electric, and bug. Electric, as you're going to see tomorrow with Belly Bolt. Oh, that's going to be the number 1 Pokemon. Find your... And there's no ground as the primary typing, so find your best answers to electric in that meta. Maybe grass, where you can resist the parabolic charges, because that thing is very, very, very hard to go against. I call it in the video. You'll see that tomorrow. The parabolic charge is getting a nerf, 100%. There's no way they're keeping that move at 100% defense buff. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.